Hello, and thank you for joining Only in Sedona Yoga for anti-anxiety restorative flow. Much of anxiety is a physiological phenomenon. Your mind and body share an intricate link, but the good news is that you can take proactive steps like we're going to do here to calm the hormonal and neurotransmitter storm that makes you feel so crazy, allowing you to regain your clarity and sense of inner peace. With that said, let's talk to our mats. Okay, beautiful yogi, come to sit in an easy, comfortable Sukhasana seated position on your mat. Let's begin our practice by taking 3 or 4 deep 2 to 1 breaths together to start to center your awareness inward and begin tapping into that parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest. So please bring your right hand to your heart, your left hand to your navel. And what I'd like you to do is inhale for a count of 4. Take a baby pause at the top. And exhale roughly twice as long. Just take 3 to 4 breaths here with me, yogi. And on the tail of that last exhale, open your eyes if you have them closed. Bring your hands to your knees and just start rotating your torso around. We're going to go 5 times one direction, 5 times the other. I'm going to ask you to keep that focus on your breath the entire practice. Trying to think of nothing but your breath body movement. Creating space in your mind for quiet. Let's take one more this way. And take that around the other way. One more torso circle in this direction. And hold in the center, sit nice and tall. Take a deep breath, inhale. Your right leg's in front, let your right arm come down to the mat. Look up towards that extended hand and give me 3 nice deep breaths. And on the tail, that last exhale, just turn to look behind you. At any time of this practice, we have 3 breaths here too. Feel free to close your eyes. Or you can look at the gorgeous vista and imagine you're right here with me. Your choice, yogi. Whatever helps you to relax. And their next exhale brings you back forward. Let's just uncross those legs and cross them the other way. So left leg in front. Take that deep breath of air. And then let that left arm come down. Looking up at the left fingertips for 3 breaths. And that next exhale brings you up and around. Look behind you for 3 breaths. And on the tail of that last exhale, turn it over to an all fours position. Gently onto all fours, we're going to do 5 cat-cows. So as you inhale, sink into the center of that low back for cow. And as you exhale, round up to cat. Kind of like a mini vinyasa, moving now with your breath. We have 2 more beautiful yogi. Keeping that awareness on your breath. 1 more.
You want to lose her stick.
Let's return it here to a neutral spine. Let's take your toes, tuck them underneath you. Let's push yourself up to a down dog. And let's stay here for 5 breaths and let's deepen. So bend your knees, stick your fanny a little closer, drop your heels, your eyes are looking towards your navel, and give me 5 breaths. Adjust your pose if you need to at any time. Hips lifting up towards the sky. Neck is relaxed. And now take that left or right leg, it doesn't matter which one. Step it forward to the outside, so you're coming into a little bit of a low lunge here. Drop your back knee to the mat. Walk yourself down to your elbows, but if you find this is too much, you can take a block, rest your elbows on the block, and we're going to hold our lizard for 5 2-to-1 breaths. Again, focusing on that breathing. Tapping into that parasympathetic nervous system. And unfortunately, we can't always turn our brains off that easily, I know. Especially if you're stressed. But what I'd like you to try to do as you hold these stretches is just observe those thoughts. Imagine a neutral third party in your head, watching them go by like so many thought balloons. Examine them and then let them go. Give me 1 or 2 more breaths here, yogi. And with your tail of your next exhale, walk it up. Take that leg back so that you're on all fours again. You're a quadruped. This time, take your back arm, thread the needle, extend your front arm out, and give me 5 breaths here. One thing you can do by building awareness of your thoughts is it allows you to question them and look at them and look at the opposite possibility. For example, if you find yourself thinking, I'm not very good at this, counter that with, I'm not very good at this yet, or I'm getting better every day because I devote myself to practice. Find ways to talk back to the negative thoughts that weigh you down, to question them. Invite a spirit of curiosity into your heart. See how you can look at them differently. And walk yourself up out of this. Come back to all fours so you're a quadruped again. Lift yourself up into that downward dog. We're just going to take 1 breath here. We're going to get that lizard on the other side. Inhale. And exhale. Your next inhale brings that other foot up to the outside. So you're starting in a low lunge. And then you're bringing that back knee down. You're walking those elbows down, using a block if you wish. Hold here for 5 breaths, please. And share with us your thoughts in the comments too. What are some ways you use to stay positive when everything is going not so well? I created these anti-anxiety workouts when I was going through the most difficult time of my life. I've shared some of my trauma with you in other shows with housing loss and health woes, and I share not to make you feel sorry for me, but just so you know that you can use these techniques to help you with real world problems. It's not just fluff. And let's walk ourselves up on the tail of the next exhale. Bring it around to all fours. I'm going to pivot so that you can see me better. We're going to get that thread the needle on the other side. So bring that opposite arm through. Extend that top arm out. Give me 5 breaths. Feel free to close your eyes. Because what happens, and I will share links in the comments to this video to the National Institutes of Health. This is all science-based, and I want to do a better job of bringing you guys that science. But when you are stressed and you're under tension, your hormones go into a tizzy, which affects your neurotransmitters. So there's all these biological chemicals creating a storm in your body, making it hard for you to think when you need clarity the most. And what we do is we talk to our mat to create that sacred, safe place where we can give ourselves room to relax, be, and regain the clarity that we need to calm the biochemical storm so that we can think. And come on up. We got our rescue helicopters overhead, and you can consider these workouts your personal rescue helicopter, your mental health rescue helicopter. Let's go into Janu. So let's take that right leg, extend it out. Let's lift up super straight and tall. You're leaning forward, extending from the low back first before you let yourself fall into flexion. If it's comfortable for you to place your hands around the foot, go ahead. If you prefer, if you can feel the edge of tension just here, go ahead. If you did bring a strap or a towel and you want to wrap that foot, go ahead. Staying here for 5 breaths. Breathing into that edge of tension. Consciously let the back of your neck relax here. And if you have your eyes closed, consciously relax all those tiny muscles around your eyes and in your forehead. Give me 2 or 3 more breaths here, yogi. And the tail of the next exhale walks you up out of that. We're going to pivot this around to our pigeon. So just turn yourself around towards that bent leg. Take a second to adjust this front foot. You can take it out to more of a half fire log if you wish, or somewhere in between, wherever's feeling good. Talk to your body. What does it need? Answer it. Take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, walk it down over those legs for 5 or 6 nice deep breaths. And again, in the description for this video, I'll share some research. I'll try to do a better job of bringing you the research in the descriptions. Everything you practice here can benefit your mental health as well as your physical. The key is making that choice. And restorative workouts don't involve a whole lot of stress or sweating. They do help to relieve tension that's trapped in your muscles and connective tissues. So often our body does keep the score. There's a beautiful book by that title, The Body Keeps the Score, and while some people will say it's more for psychology experts, I say that knowledge is power, and I find it fascinating, and I highly recommend that book too if you're interested in the mind-body connection and how your body stores trauma. And releasing that trauma through gentle body movements, controlling your stress through deep breathing. It's not going to automatically fix every problem in your life. I will never be a fan of toxic positivity and say just do this and everything will be unicorns and butterflies. But what I will promise is that doing this will create the mental space and clarity you need to make the best decisions of how to proceed, to influence events so that they are more likely to turn out for the positive. Take one more breath here, yogi. And on the tail of that exhale, come up but hold this pose. Bring that back leg up and just hold, pressing it forward, feeling that stretch now along the front of the thigh, a little bit of your ITB band. 5 breaths. Or 6, depending on your pace of breathing. I want to teach you 2 to 1 breathing, but don't get too hung up on the count. Unless counting helps to clear your mind, if it helps you, use it as a tool. And the beauty of these workouts is that you are releasing the tension and stress strapped in your body. You are practicing breathing techniques you can use anytime, anywhere to help quell panic and get a grip when you need to. And you're not numbing yourself with artificial substances or bad habits. You're improving yourself. So give yourself this time. Consider it your radical act of self-care. Give me one more breath here. And just gently release that leg. Come forward. We're going to throw in a quick windshield wiper to transition to the other side. Just swing those knees side to side. Real gentle and easy. Then let's get that Janu on the left. So left leg extends, or the other leg, whichever leg you're on. Palm of the foot tucks in. Turn towards that leg, extending tall first. Extending from the back before releasing into flexion. And if you want to use a strap, my friend, be my guest. Give me 2 to 3 more breaths here, yogi. And on the tail, that last exhale, come on up. Turn it around, come into that pigeon on the other side. Pardon when I stumble over my words. It's a not neurotypical thing. You'll notice that in these shows sometimes I stutter or stammer over my words a bit. I do apologize. Inhale here as you take that pigeon. Exhale as you walk it down, staying here for 5 to 6 breaths. Two or three more breaths. Your tail of your last exhale walks you up. Bend that back knee in. Getting the front of the thigh now. 5 to 6 breaths. I wish you had my view here, fellow yogis. Beautiful families out here enjoying the weather. The cute puppy. That's something else you can do to ease stress and anxiety is play with pets. So if you have a dog or a kitty or a guinea pig or a snake, and if you're in a no pets allowed sort of lease, there's always shelters who need volunteers to socialize kitties and walk dogs. And volunteering is another great way to beat stress and anxiety. Gives you a sense of agency that you can make a positive change in your world. It connects you with others who share your values. And it releases a flood of positive neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and oxytocin that improve your mood. And let's release this. We're going to take it down to some supine stretches now. So bring your legs around. Give yourself plenty of room to go back. And if you have your towel or your strap, have it handy. Roll yourself down with your knees bent. Extend one leg up. You can simply hold. However, if you want to take a strap, you can take a strap. Or just hold. If you want to keep this leg bent, you can. If it's more comfortable to release it, keep your hand here to keep that hip on the earth. Remember, we're not pulling and yanking with full force. We're pulling just gently into that edge of tension. 5 to 6 breaths. As you breathe with me, yogi, let the corners of your mouth turn up. Go ahead and smile. If you smile even when you don't feel like it, that's another way to improve your mood. Researchers had participants in a study use chopsticks to manipulate their face into a smile, so they weren't even smiling. And yet when they were given a questionnaire afterwards, they reported a significant improvement in their mood, the participants who used the chapstick versus those who just had the resting face. So you can manipulate your muscles that way too. Let's take that other arm out to the side. Take the opposite hand on your strap if you have it, or just hold on the leg. We're going to cross that leg over the body. Look the other way. And if your anxiety has led to depression, you can also try making dietary modifications. Eating more nuts and seeds can help. They're high in minerals like magnesium, zinc, and selenium, all of which are crucial for your neurological health. You can supplement with magnesium too. Take one more breath here, please. And your next exhale reaches this up. Take that hand on that hip again as you let this leg open to the side. 5 to 6 breaths. However, there are a lot of antioxidants and phytonutrients in foods that you don't get through supplements, so I always recommend trying to get your intake through food, but you can supplement. Those who are deficient in magnesium and who have had major depression, studies show that some people make a rapid recovery just from enough of that mineral alone. If you do go the supplement route, use caution. Milk of magnesia is a thing of tummy trouble for a reason. And it can help the go, but if you take too much, it can make you go a little bit too much. So, word of caution. And share your ideas, please, with everybody. Share in the comments what you do for anxiety and depression, and give me one more breath. One more breath here. And come on up. Bend that knee in. Release that strap. Let's get that on the other side. Remember, you can start with the knee bent. Might be a little bit easier for you. And you can keep that knee bent if that's more comfortable. It might be, if you have any lower back problem, might be a little cozier on your lower back. Or you can extend that bottom leg as we breathe for 5 to 6 breaths. One more breath here, Yogi. And with that next exhale, extend that arm out. Cross that leg over. Hold for 5 to 6 breaths. And I want to thank all of you for easing stress and anxiety with Only in Sedona Yoga. We grow through you, so if you're enjoying our programming, please help keep us going by subscribing. It's totally free to subscribe. Hit the bell so you get alerts of our new workout. We put several out every week. Share these videos with people that you think they can help. And leave us some comments about your holistic health tip. Come on up. And let's just take that to the other side. Place that hand on that hip to keep it down. Last stretch, take that leg out. And if you want to do more, you can support us on Patreon. We'll put the link in the description. You can find the gear we use on our show on our website. We'll add that in the description as well. Let us know what you like and would like to see more of. We want to create a beautiful healing channel, a safe space where you can come for holistic health and healing. A wonderful community together, and it takes you too, so join us. Give me 1 or 2 more final breaths, Yogi. And let's release that leg. Let's take both knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around yourself to give yourself a big hug of love and of comfort. I invite you to take the next 5 minutes to relax into your Savasana. To relax and focus on your 2 to 1 breathing. Remind yourself that in this very moment, you are safe, you are protected, and you are loved. We at Only in Sedona send you all of our love. Thank you for joining us, and Namaste.